Now, Ewokese, I heard that it is
You'll have to watch the Today Show
Tibetan
tomorrow.
backwards. I get up at 7 to watch the Today Show. They got it on tape, maybe.
No, it's not backwards. Nothing's backwards. You started out by recording people that spoke Tibetan, mostly old ladies, and then stealing words from Tibetan and Nepalese and Kalmuk, all languages from that part of the world.
Why did you pick that part of the world?
Well, I was looking for something that was exotic. You always look for a real language, at least I do, because it has the reality behind it. If you tend to make up a language, you tend to make up a language just based on the sounds in English. You don't tend to think, at least it's harder for me to imagine sounds that I don't use every day. So instead of having sort of a mumbo-jumbo English language, it's easier to listen to some other language first and get inspired by it, and essentially do sort of a pidgin version of it, sort of a double talk version of it. And that's always what's been done with, Huttese and Ewokese, is to find a basic language that was, there's a real language, has all those aspects of reality about it. It has lots of information and it repeats there's a structure to it that repeats naturally and all that. And it's easier to do that, sort of start with that basis than to invent something from scratch. So
I suppose that's why it sounds real, because it is based on reality.
yeah, well, it's important that you can sense a culture behind it. The average person spends their whole life listening to language, and you become very good at drawing an immediate sort of, portrait of reality, or you make a lot of judgments based on what a person says to you and how they say it, and so the average person, you have to have something pretty real to convince them it sounds real.